Hi, beautiful. Welcome back to another episode of the I Am podcast. My name is Jaazy. If we have not met yet, obviously I'm still very young, but I'm still figuring it out, as we all are. And I'm excited to share 22 things that I've learned with you all. It is so crazy what life can teach you if you listen, what life will teach you if you pay attention. And a lot of the things, yes, the lessons that I'm sharing with y'all today, yes, I've learned through my own experience, but there's also so much that you can learn just by listening to the people around you. So if you're watching this video, really take this advice to heart, because there are some lessons that you don't have to go through on your own to learn. If you just pay attention to what people around you are doing, what they're saying, what the people you trust are telling you to do, you can actually skip steps and think of it as a cheat code. You can literally experience a cheat code in your life. And so I hope that this video is a cheat code for you and helps you grow no matter what age or stage of life you are in. So many books out here. And I have my notebook. In no particular order, this is just as I was thinking and writing. The first thing that I've learned at 22 is to heal your inner child. You have to focus on healing your inner child. You have to focus on the root. My favorite hobbies now: recording, photography, running, roller skating. These are things that I all loved to do as a child. I used to make videos with my iPod. Then I grew up and got nervous about what other people would think, and I stopped. I used to love running and exploring and going out into nature. And then over time, I thought, oh, running is so boring. Nature is dirty. Now you're going to catch me going on a run all of the time, and I love a nature walk. Roller skating. I used to love doing that as a kid. My dad taught me how to roller skate, and really just due to lack of access, I stopped doing it, but now it's one of my favorite hobbies that I've picked back up. And these are really lighthearted examples of healing your inner child, but all of this to say that your inner child might know more about you than you think, and has a lot of that same DNA, that same root, value, love, joy, those really nuanced things about yourself that can sometimes be confusing to figure out. A lot of time, that deep-rooted part of you can answer. So start at the root and heal your inner child. Number 2, hard work does pay off at every stage, in high school, college. Now, it pays off to be able to have a certain level of ownership, a certain level of quality of your work and the things that you do. Yes, because it gets great results, but really because it provides a solid reputation, and people will learn to realize that they can trust you. At the end of the day, it's really the connections, it's who you know that will get you to that next level. But being excellent in all that you do will give you a wonderful reputation that you can use just to build community, build connections, and people will realize that they can trust you. And that is going to be so valuable in every area of your life. Let people see the best of you because you're amazing. So why not? Third, no one is coming to save you. I feel like everyone says this in every things I've learned at age video, but it is so true. I think a lot of times, especially growing up in the fairy tale story that we're fed, you know, you imagine and you dream of that perfect person that's just gonna come and change your life. Or maybe you're singing on the subway and you think some producer is gonna come pick you up and sign you to a label. You know, we have all of these stories that someone is going to come to save us, and that is just not true. You have to put yourself out there and make space for opportunities to come to you. Fourth is to let people come and go. I personally struggled making friendships growing up, and I've spoken on that and the importance of friendships on this channel, but something that's super important to know is that you have to let people come and go, and you also have to let versions of people come and go, and versions of yourself come and go. As you change, your relationships are going to change. As you learn more about people, you might realize that you can't be as close as you thought you would, and you also will realize that some people don't really want to be your friend, and that is okay. And you'll find people that you realize you don't really want to be friends with either, and that is okay as well. So be open to just letting people come and go as they enter and leave your life. Fifth, success is rare for a reason. I love a girl boss story. I am a girl boss myself. Sometimes I have my not so girl boss seasons, and this is because success is rare for a reason. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of time, a lot of sleepless nights to really build something. And so really become aware of that, especially as you're growing and you have dreams. You know, yes, be dedicated, be motivated. We love that, but also be realistic about the sacrifice that it's going to take to get there. Number 6, You don't need a lot of friends. You really don't. You really need a small circle of people that will help support you as you are going throughout your whole life, because life is hard. You don't need friends that are always going to be yes men. You don't need friends who always have the same interests. You need people who care that you're okay. You need people who want to know that your mental health is okay, that will be there for you when you're having a mental breakdown. Like, those are the people that you need, and you only need a few of them. People that are either one call away or people that will drive to come help and support you. That is what you really need. And so as you're entering like early 20s, leaving college, really find those people. And if you don't have that yet, prioritize finding them for yourself. Number 7, family is everything. Now, I'm so grateful to have been blessed with an amazing family. No family is perfect, but I'm so thankful for mine. And if you are in a similar situation where you can say that like you have a good family, they are everything. Yes, travel the world, follow your dreams, hang out with your friends, all those things, but not at the expense of your relationships with your family. They're really going to be so important. And, of course, extended family as well and all of that, but really your core family. Like, do what you can in this season of life to deepen those relationships, because I know one day I'm going to have my own kids. I'm going to have my own husband. I'm going to have responsibilities. I'm not going to be around them as much, especially when it comes to my siblings. And so take the time now to cultivate those relationships with your family. And if you aren't in a family that you can't, there's no relationships there to build, then back to that point of friendships. Build those chosen families. Find those people that can be your family, even though I know that it's not the same, and I know that it doesn't feel the same, and that there's different struggles that come with that. But prioritize those deep relationships in this season, because you're going to need them for the rest of your life. And also, those are the relationships that will bring you the most joy and the most fulfillment out of everything you could experience. Number 8 is you don't get what you don't ask for. The internship, the position, the living situation, everything. You don't get what you don't ask for. It's great to be the nice person. I can sometimes be too passive in that, and learning that you have to ask for what you want. Sometimes you have to ask 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but you have to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. Ask for what it is that you are looking for in your life, and I promise you'll start to see things change. And this is especially important in relationships, because a lot of times people don't realize what they're doing, or people don't know what you need. And so really make sure to be open and to be asking for what it is that you want. Number 9, don't blame other people. Other people are just not responsible for your actions, your reactions, or where you are in life at this point. Like, I know there are so many things that we go through, and we can definitely attribute situations and environments, our traumas and things that are hard for us to deal with. But at the end of the day, you can't blame other people. If someone really gets under your skin and you pop off for that second, it's not their fault. It's actually your fault for reacting in that way. And while you can acknowledge that they did not help you and that there were triggers in that situation, at the end of the day, we are responsible for how we act. And so do not blame other people. Keep the power and the control in your hands. At the end of the day, your journey is between you and God, okay? And so don't blame other people for things that are just not their fault. They are in your control. Similarly, don't wait for other people to motivate you and push you. You have to be able to motivate yourself. And this is point number 10. At the end of the day, our communities are our communities, and people are comfortable where they are at. You cannot be depending on people who are in one place to be as excited and hopeful as you, to shift into a different lifestyle, to shift into a different stage of life. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you can't now put that on other people to be wanting to motivate you into an entrepreneur life. You have to be able to do that for yourself. Again, taking control and ownership of your own being. Number 11, your community matters so much. Yes, of course, like I said, you are responsible for your own motivation, but at the same time, it is important to be around people who are going to be positive about that, who are going to be supportive of that, people who are going to push you into healthy habits, people who are living in healthy habits themselves, so you actually have something to look up to. You really are the sum of the people that you surround yourself with. Please don't be an unhealthy friend, okay? But it's okay to realize what it looks like to temper your environment, to see how much of this type of energy you can handle before you start feeling negative yourself, and to limit those things accordingly. You have to be able to have control over your environment because it does matter and it will impact your day to day and just how you move through life.